I was born and raised in Fort Wayne, and I love Fort Wayne. And I've traveled all over the world, and I always see the beauty in the world and the expression of art. And I have tried lots of mediums from drawing, pencil art, and painting, and now my thing is photography. And how I got started with being active and expressing my creation was, maybe on purpose 25, 30 years ago when I met Ilene Satala. And she had a visionary art collective, and I had friends that said, you have to go meet her because she holds the space for any creativity that wants to come through, from music and writing and painting and photography, and just that flow of creativity that she would call the feminine aspect of men and women, to build something, to take something from what's inside of you and manifest it on the outside. And at that time, I felt stuck, and I knew it was kind of that energy that wanted to be expressed, no matter how simple it was. And so that's what got me started. But now that I look back on my life, I've always had that bent. And I think everyone does, but we may just not recognize it. Well, Ilene Satala was a mentor, teacher, friend. And she died in, I believe it was 2014. And there was an art collective of, I would say, I don't know how many, but maybe up to 30 people that would meet once a week. And we would go into a meditation, and then everyone would get their mediums out and just work. So you would be in this soup of creativity that she held space for. And she was a painter herself, and she was a prolific painter. And her bent was to use beauty and art as good medicine for everyone. So I think it was Thursday nights, we would arrive, whoever was there, and people were pretty consistent, and they would just bring what they were working on. And we would go into a meditation just to ground ourselves, not anything in particular, no religion, it was just like going within yourself to ground yourself, to start the process or continue on. And if you were stuck, you just came and showed up, and she would sit and talk with you and see what was going on. So people would get out their easels and their the drawings. Even the marbling person would bring something they would marble, or they would had been working on something at home and come to share it. Then at the end of the evening, we would all sit, and if you wanted to share what your process was, you could. And it was really helpful and healthy to just speak your truth, like, I just feel embarrassed about this, or I'm stuck, or I'm proud of this, whatever, or I'm in a show next week, or and so people would know about it and come to support you. So it was a very supportive process of creating. And when I first started, I was really scared, and I don't know why, but she just had me draw my hand. And that just like put that pencil to paper, just like, okay. Good, bad, or indifferent, whatever the drawing was, it didn't make any difference. Just doing it, just expressing was the whole process of stepping through that doorway with courage. And so over the years, I just got confident about what my purpose was and what my creative medicine that I brought to this world. And it's always ever changing, like the feminine is always ever changing. And so I am not necessarily, that's not my life, that's all I do is art, but everything I do, I feel like I write now as well. And so if I wrote during that time, I could come and read my poetry or whatever I wrote, and people would listen. And so it was just a densely soup of love and creativity that you entered into once a week. And it really fed many, many people, and it still does to this day. And her focus was on the divine feminine. So she painted a lot of iconic, multicultural images of the feminine. And they'll be on display. Some of them will be originals, some will be giglet print on canvas. Some will be for sale, some won't. But it's in an honoring of what she gave to us, and we still feel it to this day, that she encouraged you to express yourself. And it was in music, writing, photography, drawing, painting of all mediums, sculpture. There's someone that does Japanese marbling on paper and cloth. So there was a wide range, and that will be represented at this art exhibit that honors her and also has the focus of bringing in beauty and that divinity of the feminine with each of us all, because this world really needs it now, to have that nurturing and that caring for balance within this world. So there'll be an opening reception August 5th from 5:30 to 7:30. There'll be hors d'oeuvres, and you can get some wine or water or coffee, and it will be mainly honoring her and the art collective that gathered for decades. And we miss her very much, but we just keep hearing her say, just keep going beyond what you think you can do. And she was so encouraging all the time, and she just drew it out of you. And it wasn't what she thought, she just saw you and what you wanted to do, and she made space for that. So this exhibit is one of, the art collective will be showing their work. I will have 2 pieces of my photography in there, and there will be paintings, and you'll just hopefully get the sense and the feeling of the emoting that will come off these pieces. And we'll be playing some music that was one of her students' music, and some of what her adopted son, Marlon, will do little videos of her speaking. She just was a profound person that just gave the gift of self-confidence, courage, your truth, and we just want to honor that in ourselves, and we want to gift that to whoever is open to receive that. So I just encourage people to come and feel the expression of love and gratitude, and the courage that it takes to see your life as an expression of beauty, and that you can actually give gifts to others just by being who you are. And there'll be a basket there that you could write something down of what inspires you. It's just gauged to be inspired, to be who you are and what your expression is. There was it's a Eastern name, it's called the Bodhisattva. And the Bodhisattva is a person that you could be one, or you could have one in your life. So you could be in the grocery store line and say to somebody, that is a beautiful dress, and make somebody feel good. That is somebody gifting you something that opens you up to more of being in the present moment. And so Ilene was that Bodhisattva, and we all are. And that's what we want to convey in this expression of gratitude and acknowledgement of her life and our life and everyone's life. And it may just touch somebody, if it's just one person, to have the courage to be who they are more, or at all. Then I think this is a gift that we could give to the world, and because a gift that keeps on giving.